addiction, that use suicide attacks, that uses techniques that simply are not conventional in any way. So we have to have a force that is able to combat that kind of thing. And so we have some experience in that. I think we would be able to do it, but it would be different than just defeating armored columns and air forces and other things. We'd have to go in and really defeat them among a population that is not part of ISIS. And that's what makes it difficult, because you want to separate the population. I always say you want to separate the reconcilables from the irreconcilables, and that makes it very difficult as you conduct operations like this.
Because Mosul is a huge city of about 2 million people, the second largest city
Right.
in Iraq right now. The ISIS fighters, they came in there and took it over relatively easily. The Iraqi army, even though they had U.S. equipment, U.S. training, hundreds of billions of dollars in U.S. taxpayer money that was spent building up that military, they simply threw their weapons away. They ran away, and the ISIS fighters took all those U.S. weapons.
Yeah,
it was a sad, deplorable moment.
It was. I mean, it's about will. It's not just about having the capability to fight. It's about believing in what you're fighting in. And I think some of the political things that had gone on in Iraq, the movement of commanders, the changing of who was there and why they were fighting, I think if you don't have the will, you don't fight as hard. And so I think that's part of it. And so I think, as you said, it wasn't that they didn't know how to fight. They didn't fight. They left. And so that's problematic. And in a war such as this, or an operation such as this, it is going to be difficult. It's going to take time. And you need soldiers and leaders who are dedicated to finishing this. And that's probably one of the most important pieces as you begin an operation such as liberating Mosul.
Because this is going to require not just street to street, but house to house combat. So if the U.S. objective is to degrade and ultimately destroy ISIS, which the president says is the U.S. objective, but he also says no U.S. combat ground troops, who is going to degrade and ultimately destroy ISIS?
Well, I think it has to be Iraqi security forces, and as you know, to include the Peshmerga forces in the north, and they're going to have to conduct the operations. And I think one of the lessons that I think we should have learned is that it's important to have indigenous capability involved in this, because this is really about their country. Now, it's important to us because of the threat that ISIL presents to our regional partners as well as us internationally. So it's important for us to assist in any way we can. But I think it's important that they do this.